Hello, welcome to this update for Asia. So, we have many systems affecting spots of Asia in terms of thunderstorms and also snow in spots of Western Asia and even Southern Asia, these systems. And first, let's talk about a low pressure system that developed in Mongolia, spots of China. So, today is April 10th and shows there is some snow spots of Russia and Mongolia. So today this goes, especially towards Friday, tomorrow on April 11th, shows more snow in Mongolia and some storms developing in central China. So uh, Friday this goes, especially like later into Friday night and Saturday, shows some stronger storms in China, possibility of some heavy rain and some severe weather as well. So does show at the same time the snow in the northern China, Mongolia still, and a few spots of freezing rain as well. So this goes Friday there, especially like Saturday morning, shows this nasty line of storms there in central southern China and spots of the east coast as well. This might have some very strong winds, some damaging winds, and this goes and like still shows on the east coast Saturday afternoon this line of storms in China, and at the same time this snow continues in northern China into Russia. So please be careful. Saturday this might affect Taiwan by like Saturday night, Sunday morning still, and Japan with some rain as well, some wind. So still by Sunday afternoon shows snow northern China, North Korea, and then the rest of this goes into central northern Japan there by Monday, some rain and some snow as well. So please be careful those areas. There's the GFS as well, shows now Thursday some ice and freezing rain in the Tibetan Plateau and some snow in some mountains in southern China, and already shows the snow in Mongolia through those spots there in Russia and some rain in Japan. But this goes today, Thursday, and starts showing tomorrow those storms in China. That there's all Friday shows like into Saturday mornings some heavier snow in northern China into Mongolia and more storms southern southeastern China, and they go off maybe into Taiwan as well. So please be careful those areas. There's this other model through the icon shows that snow in Mongolia, even eastern Russia, some snow today into Friday. So Thursday, Friday, more snow northern China, and these storms tomorrow, Friday, spots central, southern China. Some of this might be very strong. This goes shows Friday night into Saturday morning, especially maybe Saturday morning, some stronger storms there. This might have hail as well, even a threat for a tornado or two. So be careful, stay on alert if you are in those areas for these storms. Might affect northern Vietnam as well. So this goes Saturday there, and potentially this line of storms might affect further Thailand and Laos Sunday. So be careful in those areas. We can see here the GFS model in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This is about Saturday morning, shows this low pressure developing China there, and all these strong winds around it in the upper atmosphere. So this is a very big system. So please be careful. The storms will be just south of it, and might be enough dew points and some wind shear to pose a small tornado threat maybe, but with that line of storms might be some damaging winds especially. But the European shows some energy here for those storms. This escape the available energy in the atmosphere for the storms, not much, just around 1000 joules per kilogram, 1500, but this is something that might help those storms. So Thursday, Friday, especially, like this shows Friday morning more there, but by this time the storms will still be forming there. By Friday night and Saturday morning, the time will be the strongest, shows more like Cape near the coast, doesn't show much where the storms will be, but maybe because the storms will be already eating it up. So, but just be careful there in China for the potential some severe storms, especially for heavy rain. This might pose a threat of some flooding as well. So here shows like from today until Sunday, the European has spotted southern China to 91 millimeters, some 85 millimeters, spots to 133. So stay safe, some 62 millimeters, 70. Beware, especially those areas, the heaviest storms might be a small threat of flash flooding. So beware. That's the GFS, shows even more in some areas close to 128 millimeters. There are a bunch of rivers and lakes, so be careful, some potential river flooding dangers as well. Shows in Taiwan, some more as well. There's the icon. The icon shows specific areas in eastern China with more than 100 millimeters from those stronger storms. So it's 92 millimeters, 70 millimeters, 67. Further north even shows some spots more than 100. But basically this whole area here, central to southeastern China, will have those strong storms. So please be careful. Those areas, there's the GFS here, shows some dew points, shows around 20 Celsius, 19, 20, and those purples there means a lot of moisture. If it's like dark green, dark blue into purple, so that's also a thing that will help make those storms stronger. So be careful those areas. There's the Canadian model too, a different model, shows like that snow in Mongolia and China might be stronger there, some snow, and then those storms central to southern China. And the Canadian does show some big storms there, Friday, Saturday, and like this big line of storms Friday, Saturday, and still maybe North Korea, South Korea, some rain and snow as well, and then into Japan Sunday and Monday there. So be careful those areas. And there's here some accumulation. Let's see if it loads, and we'll check back in soon. But please be aware those storms, the temperatures are now around the 20 Celsius and some spots 15, 16 during the day, but does drop slightly at night, some 15, 16, some 10 Celsius further north. But tomorrow afternoon, Friday, right before the storms start, shows like close to 30 degrees Celsius, 32, 31. So this heat might allow for those storms to become stronger too. So be careful those areas. So Friday this goes in the night, slightly less in the 20s and like some 17, 15, but you see this cold air behind this system coming. So Friday, Saturday shows already colder spots of China behind that cold front, some active temperatures. Central northern China, spots of Mongolia too, Sunday morning, and slightly warmer in the afternoon again, further south in China, but the next night still shows colder on Monday morning, spots of North Korea, Mongolia, northern China. So be aware, especially now, Thursday on April 10th, and tomorrow morning, Friday, shows some very cold temperatures between Russia and Mongolia, close to -27, some -8, some -22. So stay safe in those areas. Might be some wind chills as well. Shows northern China, spots of southeastern Russia, and of course the higher elevations in Tibet, those areas to -20, -2, -12. So yeah, be aware of the cold there too. In the long range, still shows potentially warmer next week in central China, close to 33, 34 degrees, but still colder in the high elevations in those areas. So shows like next Thursday, the 17th, and next Friday morning shows some -4, some -2, still some -5 in Mongolia, and there in the mountains even to like -19. So be aware. And here there's the snow accumulation from the systems. So you can see here this big area of snow accumulation, especially in northern China, some 89 centimeters of snow in some areas, some 80 centimeters, and this just in the next 3 days. So it might be heavy in those areas in northern China. Be careful with accumulating snow and some low visibility as well. So 59, 34 centimeters. North Korea shows some decent amounts as well. 58 centimeters, 59, 29. So be careful, especially in northern China. And next 3 days shows in the Himalayas, some as well, northern Nepal, spots of China, and more from central Tibet, especially in these higher elevations near westernmost China and spots of southeastern China. So beware. There's the GFS as well for northern China. Mongolia shows more snow in eastern Mongolia, those areas there, and shows like spots to 53 centimeters, even 63 centimeters. And North Korea, the GFS is showing a lot as well, all the way to 85 centimeters. The GFS in North Korea even shows some in South Korea. So be aware, those spots in India, northern Nepal, in the mountains there, in the high elevations, and southern China. So be careful. There's the icon too, doesn't show as much as the European, the GFS, but it does show some 52 centimeters in China, to 29, 18, especially those yellow spots further north to 51, 53 centimeters, more in eastern Mongolia too, and spots of eastern Russia there. Now this is 3 days. If I put 5 days here, increases slightly. Spots of eastern Russia shows some 51 centimeters. There's the European, more scared, but shows a good amount across eastern Russia. There are more spots central eastern Russia and some in southeastern Russia too. In Japan, it doesn't show much, but it shows some 30 centimeters, some central mountains, even to 12 centimeters, 4 centimeters, even like 1 centimeter further south. But the central part of the northern highlands, 36, 37 centimeters. So be aware. And now 5 days shows a little bit in South Korea. So be aware. Those areas, Bhutan shows some snow too, some 30 centimeters, 28, 14 centimeters, and those areas, northernmost Pakistan, northernmost India, in the Himalayas, Tajikistan, spots of Afghanistan, and Kyrgyzstan, some snow too next 5 days, and southeasternmost Kazakhstan. So be aware, especially northern China, because around 1 day, like until around 2 days and until Sunday morning, shows some 63 centimeters in China, but 5 days until Tuesday goes all the way to 92 centimeters northern China. So be aware those areas. So The next concern are the wind gusts, spots of Mongolia and China. So now Thursday, it's already windy. Some mountains northern China, central Mongolia. You can see the wind gusts here higher in those areas. And the European has specific spots in the mountains even to more than 100 km per gust. So be careful. Show some more mountains northern China even to 107. So shows Thursday, especially like into Friday afternoon tomorrow in China, shows close to 115 km per gust in some specific locations there. Shows in Mongolia some more widespread strong wind gusts like some 70 to 80 km per gust, spots even to 90 somewhere in northern China. So be careful, those gusts slightly windier, spots southern China but not that much. So this goes still shows Friday afternoon some stronger gusts central northern China, and be careful with these wind gusts, including those storms there. The wind from the thunderstorms doesn't show up in this map, but I'm sure there'll be some very strong gusts to those storms. So be careful and secure your things like light objects and stuff that might fly away, and be careful. Shows even close to Beijing some 75 km per gust, 112 in some mountains further north. So stay safe more in northern China and eastern Mongolia, some other spots near the Gobi Desert. So be aware. Friday into Saturday morning shows this low pressure strengthening more there, and more widespread strong wind gusts throughout spots of eastern China. And by this time the storms will be around here in central southeastern China, but even to the north of them shows the wind from the storm system itself, like even more than 100 km per gust. Many spots in central eastern China, even like to southeastern China, so shows spots to stronger gusts, even in the ocean there. But the European is showing like some spots to 135 km per gust, spots in northern China. So if this is true, please be careful. This information might change still, but it's highly likely that this area will experience some very significant wind gusts. So please stay safe. And now this is about Saturday afternoon. Later into Saturday night, the European increases it even more. So let's take a look here. Shows like those spots in northern China, shows even Beijing close to 100 km per gust in Beijing. Other spots in northern China to 148 km per gusts, and so this might be very problematic. Those areas, please be careful. Even to 136, 108, and more throughout southeastern China to some stronger gusts. And I don't currently speak Chinese, but please check a link in the description here with weather warnings for China written in Chinese, so you can understand. But please be careful. Likely there will be some big waves too near the east coast, but these mountain ranges here, like north and northeastern China, might get some very dramatic wind gusts. So please stay safe. Let's see here. So this is Saturday afternoon, and later into Saturday night shows this kind of starts diminishing, but still with this line of storms already on the east coast. Shows some stronger gusts in the ocean as this line of storms advances towards Taiwan, and does show here spots of South Korea, some strong gusts as well, and North Korea into China, those areas. So this is about like Saturday night. The European still has some all the way to 155 km per gust northern China, Beijing to 90 more spots northern China. So please stay safe. And now Sunday morning it shows already better across eastern China, still strong winds across the southern islands of Japan and those areas, especially spots central Japan as well. Most like southern areas close to 107 km per gust, some 84. These values might change still, but show some gusts on the east coast and those areas, those mountains just west of Beijing. Still some very high gusts, so please stay safe. These winds might be very dangerous. So Sunday, this goes still Sunday night, some stronger gusts northern China, scattered across parts of Japan. And then Monday, this goes, but still near Japan and in the ocean, slightly higher gusts. Monday, Tuesday, this goes already. But also Wednesday, still around Japan, slightly higher gusts in a few spots, in Mongolia once again maybe. So Wednesday, Thursday show some strong winds western China, central western China, and then the rest is throughout. But please stay safe. There's another model here, the GFS, to show the winds, show like already some strong winds in Mongolia today now. So be careful. Thursday, Friday shows Friday afternoon already in northern China, more than 100 km per gust, those areas there. And then this goes into Friday night and Saturday morning, shows central eastern China still, some widespread high gusts, but some spots does show to 105 km per gust, some areas there. But Friday, this goes about Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, shows North Korea slightly higher, and the spots in eastern China. So the GFS is around 120 km per gust. The European had 155. So the GFS is weaker than the European, but still very high gusts. It goes there, shows Saturday night, still some higher gusts in eastern China, spots in North Korea, those areas there. And then by Sunday, still some high gusts in Japan and spots of China, South Korea, but much less than Saturday. And still on Monday, shows slightly higher near Japan, those areas. So be aware. And later, we might have some wind in Kazakhstan and Western China the next week. They might come to Mongolia Tuesday and Wednesday, some gusts, but nothing that crazy. The crazy thing is what's about to happen tomorrow and Saturday across China and Mongolia and those areas. So there's the icon too, and I'll tell you one thing, the icon usually exaggerates a lot on the wind gusts, but normally it's very accurate. So let's take a look. It already shows now today close to 115 km per gust in Mongolia, shows more widespread stronger gusts there. So Thursday, Friday, this goes. And it does show Friday afternoon spots northern China, eastern China, and most of Mongolia, those widespread strong wind gusts. Friday this goes, and shows like Friday night, more gusts in eastern China, central China. That does show in Beijing even more than 80 km per gusts. So be careful. And then this goes, shows by like Saturday morning, spots there in eastern China still, even to 115, even like 117 km per gust. Some spots, even some isolated spots in southeastern China, and there's a few spots in northern Taiwan, maybe breezier, but yeah, shows Friday there, especially Saturday. Saturday is the big day in terms of wind. Shows in eastern Mongolia some high wind gusts, even to 80 to 105. But those mountains, northern China, just north of Beijing, shows like 139 km per gust, and others to like 156 km per gust. Those areas, northern China. So please stay safe near easternmost China and North Korea. Shows some high gusts too. Might be many like marine warnings near China, Korea, and Japan. Some gale warnings as well in the ocean, and shows like some winds near the Himalayas as well in southeastern China. But this here's the main area, and if it's snowing at the same time, like Mongolia, spots of China, there might be blizzard conditions, especially this area of snow here, northern China, might generate some blizzards. So please stay safe. Shows as Saturday there, this goes, and still by Sunday morning or like Saturday night, the icon still has to 161 km per gust. Some mountains and very high in these areas of northern China, more in Japan, show spots of North Korea. So stay safe. Sunday and 1 minute. What? Tô aqui, eu tô fazendo vídeo, tá? Sorry, I'm so sorry about that. I was fixing something. So here, so Sunday shows more near Japan. The icon has some stronger ones near southern Japan, those areas there. So be on watch to be aware. And then still not northern China. Monday, the icon has some gusts there, but still has around Tuesday in Japan. And then this goes, but potentially our next system from Kazakhstan, Monday, shows some winds there, and Tuesday the 15th, the icon has some strong gusts in western Mongolia, once again, and northern China. So beware, but that's far out. Let's focus on this system here right now. So stay safe, and the main thing is be careful those strong storms, the heavy snow, and those winds and blizzard conditions. So stay safe. This has the potential to be a very big weather event, in my opinion. So warn others in China. And later around Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, some larger waves in some spots there, but nothing that crazy, but might be some larger waves. So be aware. Now moving towards the tropics, shows still there in Indonesia, some heavy rains, spots of southern India, some isolated thunderstorms, and especially in Sumatra, Kalimantan, and Timor in southern Indonesia, some heavy rains, because there's this potential cyclone near northern Australia that is bringing right now some very heavy thunderstorms near like southernmost Indonesia and East Timor. So be careful. Thursday, Friday, and this is just natural there. Those tropical rains will just continue. So stay safe. And from like lightning, some gusty winds, those thunderstorms, and flash flooding, and this just continues there. But we might have some more storms starting like in Vietnam, spots of Laos and Thailand as well, and Myanmar, some more showers, and near the Andaman Islands too. So be aware, especially when this front comes from China Saturday into Laos and Vietnam, might be some heavier storms too. This might continue. There still shows Monday the 14th storms in Myanmar, in southern Vietnam, some possible downpours. So be aware, Monday, Tuesday still shows some showers and storms there. There's the accumulation here. 5 days shows in Western Guinea and spots southern Indonesia to more than 100 millimeters in Western Guinea, and more spots in eastern southern Indonesia. In East Timor doesn't show that much, but does show some 46 millimeters, 47. The heaviest part might be near the coast of northern Australia. So we'll make some other videos for them as well, but just be aware, both parts of northern and northwestern Australia, and shows like in Java, more spots those tropical downpours, but central areas of Kalimantan might be heavier, some more downpours too, 114 millimeters, 99 millimeters. Spots of Malaysia too, some 121. So stay safe. There's the access a little bit more high resolution, and it does show some more precise amounts to 158, 168 millimeters in Kalimantan, even to 165. Malaysia even shows more than 165 millimeters. So be careful. That rain might cause flooding in Sumatra. The excess has more than 200 millimeters, like more than 250. Some are in other spots of Sumatra, near southern Malaysia, more than 100 millimeters next 5 days. So stay safe. And Western Guinea too, show like even 300 millimeters, those tropical downpours, and more spots of Indonesia. And East Timor shows some 54, but there might be more, and spots of Sulawesi and central Indonesia. So stay safe. And even the GFS is showing more than the European next 5 days. The GFS like more than 158, central Indonesia, near Java, more spots in Malaysia too. And so beware in Sumatra and some spots there. Southeast Asia, Cambodia, some 54 millimeters, some 60 millimeters, 58, 50 millimeters. So beware. Even like northeastern India, the European has some more showers and storms. And all this colorful area here represents rain, just the white is dry. So this indicates more rain next 5 days. Practically most of Myanmar, most of Thailand, Cambodia, more scared showers and storms in those areas. Most of northeastern India and spots of Nepal as well. So beware. Even spots of eastern India might have some thunderstorms and some occasional showers, and southern India more, even to 31 millimeters, 32, and southwestern Sri Lanka. So be careful those areas, especially like show some more showers in the Maldives, some passing storms too. And yeah, so be careful those heavy rains. Now moving towards Western Asia, still shows those fronts in Turkey. I think I mentioned in the European video too, and in Iran, spots of Georgia, Azerbaijan, more rain and snow there too, and other spots. So the European does have some more, like 53 millimeters, 55 millimeters, and more rain in those areas. But here the map now for April 10th shows spots of Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, more snow, a lot of snow in those areas, the Caucasus, and some storms in Iran, and some showers near Lebanon. So this goes towards Friday morning, already shows less snow and some rain in Kazakhstan, maybe. And still that snow in Tibet and northern Nepal and India, and especially like some thunderstorms near Pakistan and northern India are possible too. And Turkmenistan, this front Friday, and then there's show another front in Turkey Friday afternoon, some more snow central northern Turkey, spots of Georgia too. This tiny low pressure in the Black Sea near Ukraine, with some snow and some showers near Cyprus and Lebanon, even some snow in the mountain Lebanon. So beware Friday, this goes still the front in Kazakhstan and Russia, and then Saturday shows maybe some storms in Iran, might be some snow in the mountains, but shows more thunderstorms too. Shows spots of Turkey there in Azerbaijan, in eastern Turkey, more snow, and spots of Georgia possibly. So shows more northwestern Turkey, more snow. Saturday, Sunday still shows snow in Turkey by Sunday, and some spots of Syria and Lebanon, more rain, but some lighter showers, maybe some snow in Lebanon. It shows still snow there. Sunday, Monday shows more in the Caucasus and eastern Turkey, possibly, and then there shows maybe more storms Monday night into Tuesday in Iraq and Iran, and there spots of Georgia and Azerbaijan in the Caucasus in eastern Turkey. So Monday, Tuesday, the European has more widespread rain throughout northern Iran and more in Turkey, spots of Georgia. So be aware. Tuesday, Wednesday still has snow in the Caucasus Wednesday and more rain southern Russia, some snow in eastern Turkey. Wednesday, Thursday, and then this starts dissipating, but still some snow Turkmenistan by the 18th, and the rest is too far out. But be careful, those areas. There's the GFS too, shows like that snow already happening now. Spots of Turkey, Georgia, and Russia, and Armenia. Those areas Thursday, Friday, Azerbaijan. And then this new front in western Turkey there shows snow Friday, going towards eastern Turkey on Saturday. And this other low pressure in the Black Sea Saturday morning, more snow in western Turkey. This keeps spinning there, some showers in the Mediterranean. Then Sunday, some more snow in Turkey, still Georgia. This keeps spinning there until Tuesday, shows some rain in the Middle East, Lebanon, and some snow too. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, still on the 16th, shows snow and rain in Turkey, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Armenia. So Wednesday, even northern Iraq, in some areas, northern Iran as well. And this dissipates later. But be aware, those areas. There's the icon further east here, shows those areas northern India, maybe a few thunderstorms. And because I checked the satellite yesterday and I saw some big storms there, so be aware. And more snow in spots the Himalayas. Friday, Saturday, still some snow in Tibet, and maybe some storms in India, and more spots southern India too. And then this Saturday, Sunday, still in Turkey there. Sunday, Monday, possibly Monday, some more snow in Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, some storms in eastern Kazakhstan Monday. And the icon's very strong, this thing in the Caspian Sea around the 16th. But we'll keep monitoring that. There are wind gusts here. Already Thursday, today, shows spots of Iran, possibly some higher gusts, spots of Syria as well, some higher gusts in the Black Sea, near Saudi Arabia and Egypt. And be careful, especially in Iraq, spots of Iran, those higher gusts now, and as well in Kazakhstan and Russia, slightly higher gusts. So Thursday, Friday shows in Iran, slightly higher gusts as well. And then Friday, Saturday, more calm, but still in Iran, Saturday, central western Iran, and even some northern areas there. So be aware that wind, those stronger gusts. This goes still by Sunday, slightly stronger gusts, spots of central Iran. And Saudi Arabia, not that much, but slightly breezier there, but nothing crazy. And then Sunday shows there's spots of Kazakhstan by Monday, because of the next system that I showed you that might go into China. But by Monday the 14th, the European does have some higher gusts in Saudi Arabia, spots of Iran and Iraq as well. And then Tuesday, it has some very strong gusts around Iran, especially central northern Iran, and more around western Iran, some mountains there, even more than 100 in some areas. And it has in Syria, northern Lebanon, spots of Turkey, some scared higher gusts too. This goes, still shows Wednesday the 16th near Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, spots in Uzbekistan, slightly higher gusts, and Iran. So Wednesday, Thursday, still shows Turkmenistan and Iran, slightly breezier and stronger in Kazakhstan still. The 17th, the 18th, possibly in Turkmenistan, still some higher gusts, and maybe into Kazakhstan again later this month. But that's still kind of far, but be aware. But now there's still some strong gusts now, but later tonight, Thursday, it becomes more isolated. Some spots there, but still shows some higher gusts. So stay safe. There's the GFS, not as widespread, but the GFS shows now Thursday into Friday, Kazakhstan into southern Russia, some higher gusts, spots of Iran as well. So, and then Friday in Iran, some spots. It doesn't have as strong as the European, but it does show some days like Sunday, some occasional strong gusts in Iran. But comparing the GFS to the icon, and the European, the icon is like 106, and the GFS is 63 kph, so it's a big difference. But be aware just in case. And there's the snow, shows like the GFS next 3 days first, shows spots of Turkey, some 17 centimeters, 36 centimeters, even to 55. Northern Turkey shows in Georgia, the Caucasus, more snow too, especially central Caucasus, to like 32, 31 centimeters. And spotted to northern Iran, more spots in eastern Turkey. Now 5 days shows already more central Turkey, and even 2 centimeters, and shows in Lebanon some snow there as well, more throughout a big portion of Turkey. Even Istanbul shows 2.9, and southern Ukraine, Russia. So be aware. There's the European 5 days. It shows some weird spots of snow in Saudi Arabia, and I don't quite believe that, but you never know. But in Lebanon, it's totally possible, and shows like, especially in eastern Turkey, those spots there's some 48 centimeters, 51 centimeters, 46. The Caucasus might get heavier there, 76, 74 centimeters, and more throughout most of the Caucasus. So be careful. Northern Turkey, close to 50 centimeters as well, and more northern Iran, some isolated spots shows more there, even some out as western Iran. So yeah, stay safe, and most of that area around Turkey. The icon has more around central eastern Turkey, more than 60 centimeters, more snow scattered across Turkey, especially northern Turkey, more in Georgia and the Caucasus and Russia, in those spots. So stay safe. That snow, and I think I showed you before, at Tibet, those areas. The long range here does show more around northern Pakistan, China, spots of the Caucasus again, until like March, until April 21st. But it's like 2 weeks, it's too far. So be aware in those areas. Russia, next 5 days, shows more snow too, some fronts crisscrossing there, and shows like spots of central western Russia, even to 45 centimeters, more around the Arctic, those systems there, and spots in northwestern Russia to near Finland, more. So be aware. But central Russia shows some fronts crossing central Russia, and depends on the exact position of this front, but some places might get almost nothing, some places might get a lot. So be careful. Shows like I showed you in eastern Russia, maybe easternmost Russia too, and northern Russia. There's the GFS. The GFS is some specific spots, even to 90 centimeters in Russia, but it does show central Russia. This area is the main path here of the cold fronts. Northern Kazakhstan, spots central to eastern Russia, and the east coast. There's a lot of snow near the east coast next 5 days, but be aware northwestern Russia as well, those fronts. So here possibly shows now Thursday spots of central Russia front there, more to western Russia, some scattered snow from Eastern Europe, and this one near northern Kazakhstan. But the snow itself is mostly in Russia, some freezing rain as well. So Thursday, Friday, this continues towards central Russia, some freezing rain, and more snow. Those areas, this might be heavier, be careful. Then another one near Kazakhstan and Russia Friday, more in western Russia potentially Friday, Saturday. Still this line of fronts, one eastern Russia, one central Russia, and another one Saturday, Sunday, potentially a bit into Siberia, more spots northern Russia, Sunday, and then in the west it kind of calms down, but still more in the northwest, and shows more near central Russia next week, so Tuesday, Wednesday, and more fronts there later. So stay safe, be aware. There's like the wind here shows Thursday today stronger near the Arctic Ocean there, northern Russia, and spots of Russia and Kazakhstan. So this goes, shows stronger wind still Friday, tomorrow, central Russia, those fronts there, some towns there might have stronger gusts. Friday, this goes, and those areas like with higher gusts than normal are usually fronts as well. Those areas in yellow and orange, so be aware. And another one like Saturday, central western Russia, and then this goes till Mondays, some higher gusts further north Tuesday, and more spots central Russia there, so be aware. This is already Wednesday the 16th, some strong gusts near central western Russia, and just be aware because if there's snow and wind at the same time, it might make for low visibility. And in terms of rain, there might be rain as well, because you can see up front here with snow, freezing rain, and some rain in the blue and wet snow, so there will be some rain on the mix too. But for temperatures, finally shows still cold most of northern Russia, even like central northern Russia to minus 26, more from northeastern Russia, very cold, and especially southern Russia near Mongolia. Near Kazakhstan there's this warm spot ahead of this cold front, but northwestern Russia is still cold. So Thursday, Friday, this goes still warmer around Kazakhstan and those areas of Uzbekistan, even to 33 degrees in Uzbekistan, and spots of northwestern Russia still cold. And as I showed you, the front in China of that cold air in Mongolia and colder there. So beware, Friday, Saturday still shows slightly warmer. This area here of southern Russia, Kazakhstan, but very cold. Most of northern Russia, especially in eastern Russia. So Saturday, Sunday, some specific spots might get colder to minus 24 even. There's the GFS that's kind of colder than the European. Much of eastern Russia, the GFS is much colder, but beware Monday, and does show during the night again, like next Wednesday morning or Tuesday morning shows spots of western Russia, even Kazakhstan, some colder temperatures again. Then this goes and does warm up a little bit like western Russia during the day, but still quite cold in other spots of Russia. So Wednesday, Thursday, and more spots there like northern Russia, those negative temperatures still, and the rest of Western Asia is quite mild, except for India, they'll talk about in a minute. But Turkey, especially during the night, still has these very cold temperatures in the mountains, and Azerbaijan, Armenia, northern Iran, and I showed you the Himalayas there, those areas, so be aware. But our second most important part of this video is this heat wave here in spots of India and Pakistan. So now it's not that crazy in Pakistan, but still around 42, 43 degrees. So this is considerably very, very hot, and you should stay safe. But spots of central India, some 40s, and more spots 41, 42 degrees. And already some 40s in Oman, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and some high 30s in Qatar. So this goes Friday, and during the night does cool down there, but still very warm in some spots. So Saturday shows there like tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, spots of Pakistan 242 for 43 degrees still, in eastern Iran close to 41 degrees as well, more spots in India, and Saudi Arabia is already to 43 degrees. United Arab Emirates, especially in Oman, close to 43 degrees. So be aware, Saturday, Sunday still shows in Pakistan, spots of India, to like 44 degrees in Pakistan, Sunday, and more spots northwestern India. So please stay cool there, stay safe. This is a very severe heat wave, and the heat can kill and cause severe problems. So please stay safe. Shows more spots of western India, especially in Pakistan, to like 45 degrees, nearly 46 degrees in a few spots there. And the heat indices that feels like temperatures might be even higher, to like 48 or something. So please stay safe. Monday goes down during the night, but if it remains warm during the night, it doesn't give enough time for your body to recover from the heat, so that increases heat stress. But please stay safe, because next week it's showing more intense. Still some 40s in India, 44 in Western India, but Pakistan is around 48 degrees Celsius next Tuesday. If this trend continues, we'll make another video by Sunday or something, but showing upwards of 47 degrees in Pakistan next Tuesday. So please stay safe. The heat indices might be like close to 50 degrees, that feels like temperatures. And still around Monday, or actually Wednesday, the 16th, shows some 40s around India. Saudi Arabia still close to 40, and Oman, but southern Pakistan and eastern Iran upwards of 45 degrees, spots of Iran to 42, southern Afghanistan close to 44. So be careful. But this part of Pakistan, like 47 degrees, this is extremely dangerous. Please stay safe. Wednesday, Thursday still shows Thursday the 17th, some widespread 40, more than 40 degrees in India, some 45 western India, but Pakistan, my friend, is about 48 degrees Celsius. It might feel like even feels like 50 degrees. So please stay safe. This is extremely dangerous, more in western India too. So the Thursday, Friday, and this might continue there as well. So please stay safe and warn others. If this heat continues, we'll make more videos. So stay safe.